morning session. David.
Coming to the left for 37,979 and clean 37,979, 7:13 reaction time. Meanwhile on the right, 31,459 for Brian. That's a clean run for Clemens on a 6:28 reaction time. 31,459 clean for Clemens on a 6:28. Meanwhile on the left was a 37,979, 7:13 reaction time. Reaction time for Deeds on the left. Meanwhile, over on the right, Hernandez a 30.691 for Hernandez on a 5:19 lap for clean. 30.691 for Hernandez, 5:19. Plus one cone for Deeds now. 29.144 for Deeds, a 6:34 reaction time, but now plus a cone for Deeds on the left. There's a cone down for Jensen on the left too. So Hurricane Hernandez the 5:19 reaction time. Nice job there. Plus one cone on the right on a 30.136, plus one for Annie, 30136, plus one for Annie on a 7:34 reaction time, plus one cone also on the left, 5:90 reaction time on a 28.271, plus one for Shane, 28.271, plus one for Shane on a 5:90 light, Annie on a 7:34 light. You can't hear over the lifter check in here. Can you hold it down, Glenn? Coming on the left on 28.342 and a 5:47 light for Clemens. Clean run for Clemens on the left, 28.342 and a 5:47 reaction time for Brian Clemens. Meanwhile, on the right, we got Hannah through clean run with a 39.570 for Hannah and a 6:68 reaction time for Hannah Short. 6:68 reaction time for her, a 39.570. Left with 28.342 and a 5:47 light. Now there is a 4:73 red light for Hurricane Hernandez. 4:73 reaction time for Glenn versus a 7:28 for Kevin. Kevin jumping into Joel Ferguson's car. Joel bringing out his fully prepped STR machine for Kevin to drive. Actually, it's not.
Jumping on your head?
Yep. Lead run on the right for Kevin at 31.714. 31.714 for Kevin. On the left, 4:73 red light on the left. Kevin Beach is on the right. 31.714 clean run for him. Looks like we got another group coming up. That would be a bunch of all-wheel drive cars on street tires with turbochargers. That means Chip Clark, the Mickos, and that crowd. That makes up non-stock 17 or whatever those guys are in these days. Timing on the left for Andy's 27.456, 27.456. And the right's a red light on the right, 427 a red light on the right. But on the left it's a 27.456, 7:37 reaction time for Annie, and a 4:27 red light for Shane. So 7:37 light for Annie, 27.456 clean run for her. Final pair of this group as we move into non-stock 5 is what it is. SDX, STU, and so on and so forth. So that's Hannah over on the left. Clean run on the right is a 30.669, 30669 for Clemens. Clemens knocks off 0.8 of a second. It's a 5:69 reaction time for Brian. Meanwhile on the left, a 35.566. Wow, 2.4 second improvement for Hannah on the left with a 7:86 reaction time. 7:86 reaction time, 35.566. Nice job for Hannah Short on the left. Brian Clemens, 30.669 and a 5:69. So Clemens getting it done on the lights here into non-stock 5 action. Jeff Clark on the right versus, I think that's Brent. Yeah, Brent on the left in the Civic. You can see this car back again. Oh, he is through the 29.665 on a 1 second reaction time on the left. 29.665, 1 second reaction time. Meanwhile on the right, plus one, a 30.799. 30799 for Jeff. Jeff had a 774 reaction time. Brent had a 1.004 reaction time. This looks like Infinity of So this is Bauer on the left versus Josh McCall on the left. So Bauer with an 8:18 reaction time, Josh with a 7:43. Clean run on the right, 29.409, 29.409, 7:05 reaction time on the right. Meanwhile on the left, a clean run in the 28.179 on a 6:71 reaction time on the left for Josh. 29.409 on the right with a 7:05 reaction time for Bauer.
Yeah, that was, did you do that?
No, you do a fly open?
No, I going on the first corner. I turned in, my car was like, whoop. Yeah, so I just pulled the back shocks out.
Time in on the left for Jeff Clark, 27.624, 6:24 for Jeff on a 6:10 reaction time clean. Meanwhile for Brent over on the right, it's a 33.578, 33.578. 1.059 light for Brent on the right, a 6:10 reaction time for Jeff on the left, 27.624 for Jeff, 33.578 for Brent. That's pretty good. 5:54 reaction time on the right, 7:63 on the left. Back to Bauer and Coleman together. They're just inseparable. Carl doing his job of acting as ballast. So Ron's going to be back on the left. 26.538. 26.538 for Bauer on a 5:32 reaction time for Ron Bauer. Clean run on the right, the 31.775. 31.775 and clean for Josh. 6:23 reaction time for Josh. 5:32 reaction time for Bauer on 26.538. That brings us to Jeff and Brent. Here comes Jeff is through on the right, the 29.955 clean run for Jeff Clark. 29.955 clean, 6.66 reaction time for Jeff. Meanwhile, over on the left for Brandon, it's a 30.795 clean. 30.795 clean and a 6.81 reaction time on the left for Brandon. 6.66 reaction time of the beast on the right, 29.955. Meanwhile, there's a 4.98 red light for some unfortunate soul, Doug Micko. 4.98, so close. Meanwhile, on the right, 7.02, on the left, sorry, 7.02 reaction time for Matt Ziskowski in the Infinity. So, Doug, good grief. One couple of sips less coffee. 4.98 reaction time. 27-10 at 5:69 reaction time for Mike. Meanwhile, who was that? Carl Coleman, a 49, a red light. Ron Bauer, a 40. No, Carl was in there. It's Carl. Ron was perfect. 5:48 reaction time on the left for Josh.
Same tire pressure?
Yep.
Josh back first on the left, 27.301, 5:48 reaction time on the left, and a clean run for Josh McCall. Over on the right, Ron Bauer, a 489 red light, 489 red light for Ron Bauer versus Josh McCall's 548 light on the left. Jeff Clark, Brent Glad. $27,758 on the left for Jeff. $27,758 clean run. 7:06 reaction time for Jeff. $27,758.